What is a non-12-step addiction treatment center? That's a great question. So first of all, it's going to be one that does not adhere to the 12 steps. So these 12 steps are still, I'd say about 95% of treatment centers are 12-step based. So we know what they are. They adhere to the 12 steps. A lot of places now that are calling themselves 12-step are still kind of 12-step oriented, but throwing in a little bit of other stuff in there. And what we are is a non-12-step holistic integrated treatment center. So what that means is that we have specific protocols to deal with the body and the trauma that's on the body from addiction, the mind and the unconscious mind, the soul and the spirit. And in order to heal an addiction lives in all of these places. That's why it's so challenging to get to. It's not just one thing. It's kind of holographic in our body. It's everywhere. It's in every part of us. It's in all of our cells. So we have to treat it that way. And we have, in order to accomplish that, we look at the amount of clinical hours because, hey, clinical hours are important. So we have more clinical hours than anywhere I know. Our clients get 2 individual sessions every weekday. Private sessions. We have group processes every morning. We have yoga and meditation every single morning. We have an evening group. It's a typical little lighter group because it's a very full day. Every single day. We have our weekends are quite full with group activities of trauma release processes and nutrition class and hiking, and we do a sweat. And so our schedule is quite full. Our practitioners are of the finest caliber available. The average person here, 30 years experience is pretty common for our senior staff. But what's more than that, every place has licensed clinicians. Hey, that's great. But a licensed clinician does not mean that they have continued their own personal healing journey. And that's something that we look for and demand, because how can we expect people to be on their healing journeys if we're not still doing that? So all of our therapists are still curious. They're still out exploring. They go on retreats and adventures and classes, and it's more than just getting their X credits to keep their license. They're looking at how can they have a deeper life experience? How can they have a richer offering to their clients? How can they have deeper family relationships? How can they be more present in their own life? And how can they be more evolved? Every one of them, because that's what we're asking our clients to do. And our facility is located in the middle of the desert, just outside of Sedona. It is this sacred retreat center because the setting becomes really important. So many treatment centers are in kind of urban or suburban areas, and there's some nicely fixed up mansions, but our center is built from the ground up, and every single building, every rock, every statue, every stone was put there from scratch to create an experience. Because we got hurt through an experience, we got addicted through an experience, and we're going to get well through an experience. So what we've done is created a sacred experience where it is totally safe. So our center is surrounded by nature, and people have been going to the desert. If you look at all the great masters and all the traditions, where do they go for cleansing? The desert. So come to the desert for your own cleansing so you can be recovered.